Algebra Book 7, Lesson 2, Solving Systems of Equations by Multiplication and Addition. What we've done before, we've had two of these before, types at least. We've had solving systems of equations by substitution, and we've had by addition and elimination. So the substitution one was where we had an x that had no coefficient, or a y that had no coefficient, but they were opposite mathematical operators. Either this was a positive and that was a negative, or vice versa. So that was substitution. And then we had addition and elimination, where, let's say, both of these were 3's, but one was a negative and one was a positive. Now with multiplication and addition, they toss you anything. This is number 1. We're going to go over number 1 and 2 together. So they toss you anything with both negatives and both positives, different numbers. Now how to figure them out. There's only one step added to this, then addition and elimination. And after you've learned how to do these, you'll be able to do them all this way and get them all right. So what do? What number can we multiply the top equation by, to get one of these numbers to be the same yet opposite mathematical operators? And in this case, we would multiply the top by -5, because then, once we come up to this part, we have -5 times -y, which is positive 5y. And then we have these two the same with opposite mathematical operators, and then we can solve it. So let's go ahead and do that. Multiplying this by -5. So write that out. -15x plus 5y equals 29 times -5 is -145. So basically what we're doing is distributive property. And then write this underneath here. So 4x minus 5y equals 46. Now, at this point, we have a positive 5 and a -5, so that should work. And now all we do is the same thing as we did with addition and elimination process. So we add these together. -15 plus 4 is -11. And then these two cross each other out, equals -145 plus 46 is -99. Divide both sides by -11. X equals 9. Now we have our x. Now we go back to our original first equation, which is 3x minus y equals 29. Now, instead of having our x here, put the 9 in there. So 3 times 9 is 27. Minus y equals 29. And now bring it over to the other side of the equal sign. 27 minus 27, cross each other out. -y equals 2. Now we still have a negative, so we still need to get rid of that one. Basically, divide it by -1. Y equals -2. We have our coordinate here. We have 9 and a -2. So this is how you would solve every one of these systems of equations questions. So if suddenly you forget how to do the substitution one or the addition and elimination one, remember how to do multiplication and addition, and you should be good to go. So I'll erase this and we'll go on to number 2. So instead of doing number 2, I decided to do number 4 because number 2 is the same as number 1 and so is number 3. But number 4 is slightly different, where you see that if you multiply this by any number, any whole number, you will not get 5. If you multiply this by any whole number, you will not get 4, and neither vice versa. So how do you do it then? Well, basically, what could you multiply any of these by to get the same number? I'll give you this one, and that way we know what we're doing. We'll multiply both of them. So I would multiply this one by -5 and this one by 2. If I do that, or not if, but when I do this, I get -5 times 2x is -10x. And this one, 2 times 5x, is positive 10x. And then I can actually do the elimination process. On the other hand, you can do it another way, which I will not show you in this problem. You can multiply this one by 4 and this one by 3, and then you would get 12s here. So either way it works. It does not have to be like the answer key. The problem, the answer at the bottom must always be the same, and depending on how it doesn't matter how you do it, you will still get the same thing. So let's go through this one. -5 times 2x is 10x, -10x. -5 times -3y is positive 15y. And then we have -5 times 3 is 15. And then do the bottom the same way. 2 times 5x is 10x plus 8y equals 42 times 2 is 84. Oh, I forgot my negative here. It's important. So let's start the elimination process, or the addition process first. 15 plus 8, 23. -15 plus 84 is 69. Divide both by 23. Y equals 3. Yep. Now, once we're done this, we go over to the same thing as we did in the other one, which was we take the first original, 2x minus 3y equals 3, and now, so I'll write step number 1, step number 2, and step number 3. Here, y is 3, so 2x minus 3 multiplied by 3 equals 3. Whoa, a lot of 3's. Now, finish it off. -3 times 3 is -9. And 3, solve the equation. I can't skip steps here. X equals 6. So we have our coordinate would be x first, which is 6, and then y, which is 3. One thing to always keep in mind with all of these is that you need to find something where you can cross it out like this. One's negative and one is not. So if there is nothing that you can just, nothing which you can just multiply the top one with, multiply both of them. And then you can work your way down that way. So these are the two ways that you will be doing all of these. So this is number 4 instead of what I said before, number 2. All right, go ahead and do the rest of the lesson on your own. If you need help, let me know.